A Virginia advocacy group has launched a lawsuit in order to challenge gerrymandering in that state, has now had their lawsuit cleared to move forward. So they can move forward with this lawsuit. It's great. A judge in Richmond ruled recently to not dismiss the case against Virginia's House of Delegates for how they drew district lines back in 2011. Now, the group One Virginia 2021 argues that the last time the state's districts were drawn, lawmakers did not prioritize keeping districts compact and together. Now, what do I mean, compact and together? Well, instead, what they ended up was drawing incredibly gerrymandered districts that were only friendly towards certain people, certain incumbents in political parties. Now, after court on Tuesday, the group's lawyer, Wyatt Durette, had pointed to a map of Virginia's House District 72 as an example of what's going on. Now, I want to show you that map, and I want to kind of break it down. So here's the map. That purple shaded area is the district. That is the 72nd district, House District 72. Look at that, man. That does not look like it's compact and together. That's crazy, man. Now, Durette says, quote, "It's what you get when you ignore the constitutional requirement of compactness." Is this a result? It's when the legislator decides, well, we've got incumbents living close together, so we've got to draw these districts to make them safe Republican districts, and the only way we can do that is by drawing them in this ridiculous shape. Now, again, House District 72 hits only the suburbs, okay? The suburbs of Richmond. That's crazy. And of course, that's mostly overwhelmingly Republican. Now, it is important to note that the districts mentioned in the lawsuit are not all Republican. Durette in One Virginia says both parties end up benefiting a lot from gerrymandering, and that's absolutely true. Republicans use it. Democrats can use it. They both abuse this in order to create safe districts. And ironically, that hurts both of them. Sure, you can create a couple of safe districts for your congressman, but in doing so, you would end up hurting what could be more competitive districts. And that is a real issue. Now, the ultimate goal of the advocacy group behind this lawsuit would be to see someone other than lawmakers put in charge with redistricting. And that makes sense. If you put the lawmakers in charge that have to depend on re-elections of drawing these lines, yeah, of course they're going to draw them favorably. Holy shit, man. That's the most, sensible thing that anybody could think of. Yeah, of course I'm going to draw things to my favor. That's human nature. Well, no kidding. That's why we need to take it out of your hands and put it into somebody else's hands. Somebody who's not going to mangle a district so that you can get a competitive advantage. It's insane. I would think that an independent, nonpartisan panel would be great. I don't want Republicans gerrymandering. I don't want Democrats gerrymandering. I don't want anybody gerrymandering. I don't want there to be safe districts. You know what I want? I want people to run on ideas. I want people to run on policy. I happen to think that, me personally, progressive ideas are better. And I'm willing to put them against other ideas in districts and let the voters decide. The voters need to decide. Now, safe districts means that these politicians, they don't have to fight on the merit because they're rarely going to get challenged. That's not how you're supposed to run a representative democracy. What we have to do is that we have to end gerrymandering. Now, in this specific thing, in order to change the way that they do the districts, they would actually have to change some of the laws. Now, that's not good. We need to find a way to change this nationally. Maybe this lawsuit is a start, and maybe more lawsuits will pop up. Maybe there will be some sort of federal legislation. I don't know. But what I do know is the practice of gerrymandering is incredibly unpopular amongst the people. If the people stand up and start fighting to fix this, maybe one day we will get change and we can get districts that aren't crazily mangled all to hell. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.